Well, I put my money where my mouth is on the Anthem demo, as they call it. It would probably be more accurately described as an open beta or a closed beta. However, I suppose you could also say it wasn't technically my money, as one of you kind people shared a friend code with me. And so I decided to log in, sign up for EA's Origin, and give Anthem a try myself. I'm going to share my exact feedback, including some actual gameplay footage of me flying around in the Anthem world. And I'm going to tell you that it is not all negative. I want to start out with, of course, the launch. The launch was, I don't know any other way to describe it, disastrous. Anthem VIP demo frustrating, EA service crashes, DDoS attack updated. So we've had many updates. The Anthem VIP demo started yesterday, the 25th, and people were frustrated to have to wait for hours before they could have access to the game. From my calculations, it took about 8 to 10 hours for EA to actually get some people reasonably logging in. I will tell you, though, the very first time I tried to log in, which was about 12:30 at night, I guess earlier this morning, or you could call it maybe late Friday, I logged in with no problem. But that was many hours after the initial problems. And I can't imagine having taken off work or something like that to play this, as many people are very excited for Anthem, and only to sit and be frustrated all day long simply trying to log into the game. The EA Twitter account has updated that several connectivity improvements have been made for Xbox players. Now, maybe this was an exclusively console issue, because both times, both at 12:30 last night and at about noon today, I was able to log into Anthem perfectly fine. However, when I had to respawn, I got locked out for many minutes before I actually respawned. And just as I was trying to exit the game, I got stuck trying to connect to online services. So we are now, more than 24 hours into it, and connectivity is still a major issue. On top of that, this is a VIP demo, okay? EA should have known pretty close to exactly how many people would be attending this demo, and the fact that we are still having server issues on day 2 is very concerning, especially when you talk about the demo getting open to the public in just about 1 week's time. That is even more concerning. This is poor planning on EA and Bioware's part. Obviously, I don't know who specifically to blame. EA is the one fielding all of the service. The official Anthem Twitter has updated fans regarding to known issues with the VIP demo, including infinite loading screens when launching the game or entering Expedition. I experienced this myself. Unable to get past the Anthem title screen. I did not have this problem, but many of you did. Some Xbox One players were unable to access the Anthem VIP demo. Some players are unable to access their Anthem VIP demo friends codes. Now, I received a friend code, and it worked just fine for me. And as long as you have, I don't know, 60-something gigabytes of free space, it's like you have to buy a new hard drive for every game you want to buy. You see, EA, the main issue impacting Anthem VIP demo on PC and PS4 has been resolved. I disagree. I had the problem today. Anyone who still has issues on this platform should restart the game and attempt to join again. Our team is still working on fixes for some of the issues we're seeing on the Xbox One. Now, there was some DDoS issue, but it turned out that it was actually EA DDoSing themselves. It would seem that more than 8,000 people are facing these issues. I didn't try to get into the game myself, and I found while I could get into the demo, I get kicked a few minutes later. Update 2. It seems why the reason Anthem VIP demo has been acting weird and EA services have gone down is that EA accidentally DDoSed itself during the launch. It's too early to confirm whether or not this is indeed true, but EA and Bioware are still trying to figure things out. All servers are being impacted in all EA games. The situation is fluid, and I don't have anything else to share right now. Obviously, as I hear more, I will share. This is EA help desperately trying to keep people cool. Now, I will tell you, once I was into the game and it was working, It was beautiful. I loved flying around. The controls were extraordinarily uneven. The enemies felt like bullet sponges, having to go through 1 or even 2 clips at times just to take care of what appeared to be basic enemies was frustrating, grindy, and boring. But if we look at more issues here, Anthem servers experienced major issues during the first day of VIP demo. Here's another article. Anthem VIP demo servers are battle through problems but are back, EA says. Servers were full the minute the demo launched. Anthem's VIP demo, which is only accessible to players who have pre-ordered the game or are subscribers to EA Origin Access, went live Friday morning and apparently was in high demand since it immediately ran into server problems. As soon as the players attempted to log into the demo and it went live at noon Eastern, most were greeted with a message saying, "We're sorry, but the EA servers have reached max capacity. Try again later." The demo is the first chance for players will have to get their hands on Anthem, but it isn't the game's first test. Anthem also had an alpha test, which was only available to a very limited number of players back in early December. It's unclear if any of the players were able to get in the demo when it first went live, or if everyone was caught by server issues. Update: intermittent server issues seem to be continuing, but it appears some players have been able to play the demo and are able to complete the first missions. However, there's another issue with creates infinite loading screens that have caused many players problems as well. Update 2. EA has reached out to Polygon with another statement letting players know that the connection issues are resolved for PC, and PS4. Again, that is not correct. I had issues today as of filming this at 1 p.m. Central Standard Time. In our own testing, these versions of the game do seem to have their connection issues sorted out. However, the free play mode on PC does still have some issues with latency. Overnight, EA support managers did say changes were made to improve the connectivity for Xbox One. Anyone still seeing problems is recommended to restart their console. Ugh, I don't know about all that. Now, I asked you this morning, my viewers, if you played the Anthem demo and what your experience was. I will share some of your replies. Amazing, provided you can get in and stay in the game. It's a lot of fun, though, once you've played it. Pros: movement and flight is great. Loot and gear is interesting. Endgame sounds great. Good shooting mechanics. Cons: bullet sponge connectivity bugs. It's great once you get past some of the server issues. It's just an alpha test, but I'm looking at it at like a stress test for the servers. Now, here's the thing. EA and Bioware, I believe, got themselves in some trouble by calling it a demo. If they would have called it a beta, I think more of this stuff would be forgivable. But because you called it a demo, I had all sorts of issues where enemies would appear and disappear right in front of my eyes. Again, the bullet sponge issue, which was really annoying and grindy. I had uneven flight controls. Depending on where I was in the map, things would react differently. But again, as I dialed in the controls and the settings inside the game, it was a little bit easier. Clearly, it was Andromeda 2 before EA got cold feet. I don't know about that. I played on my friend's Xbox. I'll be doing the open demo on my PC. Connection issues aside, it felt better to play than Destiny 2. Now, this is a common feedback item. People refer to it as like a Destiny reskin or this and that. Look, my opinion is I didn't play Destiny 2, so I don't have that. I didn't have that kind of preconceived opinion going into it. It was basically brand new to me. And once you pass, again, the connectivity BS, the game is actually great. Haven't had so much fun in a game in a while. Sounds like a lot of people are liking it. Stuck at loading screen. I know it's a cliche, but what worked for me was to quit the game and restart. I've tried restarting my Xbox. So, you know, but on a more positive note, movement is dope, enemies are diverse, and gunplay is smooth, plus Interceptor is thick. The bugs, I think, in my opinion, were just too numerous to be considered a demo. Now, I logged in. You're probably, maybe if I'm remembering to overlay some of the footage, some of my initial footage from the first maybe 20 minutes of the game. I played on basically ultra high settings across the board. I thought the game looked great. Now, the bugs were nearly, they were testing my patience, but going into it, to be fair, that I didn't pay for it. So I feel like my threshold for bugginess and things that kind of glitched out is far higher than somebody that would have paid full price for this. So after playing for a while, flying around, I had a lot of fun flying around, blasting enemies. I did enjoy the enemy variety. Just the piece of the story that you get in the demo was enough for me to wonder more about the Anthem world, more about the full story mode. So I will say, aside from all of the bugs and the connectivity issues, it wasn't enough for me to say, oh, absolutely not, this game is terrible. It is concerning that there were this many issues in a demo, especially a closed demo, where you had people, you had a basic head count going into it. Pretty pathetic by EA and Bioware in terms of stress testing and preparations. Now you've got the full demo coming out in a week, which means they have an enormous amount of ground to make up at this point. But again, if they would have called it like a closed beta, some of these issues would have been far more forgivable. But right now, the game is pretty broken. There's a lot of bugs. However, as I mentioned earlier, I didn't pay for it. And as it stands right now, my opinion of this game is unchanged. There's a free open demo in a week. If you're interested in it, that's a great way to test it out. In fact, I want to commend Bioware and EA for having a free-to-play demo, because most games won't do that, and you'll find out a lot about the game in this free-to-play demo. However, my take still remains to be extraordinarily careful, to not pre-order games, and to wait after launch. I would wait several weeks after launch to see what some of the first major content patches look like, to see what the economy shakes out like, because if these enemies are constantly bullet sponges like this, it could turn into a grindy mess. We don't know a heck of a lot about the economy. Like I said, some of the bugs with enemies popping in, popping out, rubber banding. I had perks like health and ammo just disappear right in front of me, reappear right in front of me. A lot of frustrating entry-level bugs for what is supposed to be a demo. But I still think the game has a ton of potential. It's just that when you call it a demo, I would have expected it to be beyond what I would call potential and into this is looking like a finished product. But I figured I would give you an update where I'm at with the Anthem project, the Anthem demo, and I'm curious to hear what your comments are in the comment section down below. And again, be careful about any reviews. A lot of people said there wouldn't be reviews out there. They are everywhere. Don't base your purchase decision on reviews at this stage. Wait a few weeks. You are literally missing nothing by waiting. And I stand by. If this game looks great at launch, I will buy it. I hope you enjoyed this video. We'll talk to you again real soon.